Hello, children. I hope you're all doing very well. Stay home, stay safe, and please follow the government instructions. And today we are going to see, I'm going to deal with class 8 science. In this, I'm going to deal with biology related topics. I thought if I select this topic, it will be more interesting for you. That is microorganisms, friend and foe. We are going to see the beneficial role of microorganism as well as the harmful role of microorganisms. First of all, we'll see about what are microorganisms, definition for microorganisms. There are several kinds of living around organisms around us. That is plants, animals, which we can see with our eyes. But there are living organisms which you cannot see with your unaided eye. You need a microscope to see them. So those organisms which you cannot see to your normal eye, unaided eye, and those microorganisms can be observed only under a microscope. So these organisms are called microorganisms or microbes. And these microorganisms can be classified into four major categories or groups. These groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and some algae. And all these microorganisms cause various diseases, sometimes beneficial roles also. And viruses, they don't come under these categories. They are also microscopic microorganisms. However, they reproduce inside a living cell. That is, they need a host cell, living cell. And some of the viruses cause ailments like cold, influenza. That is nothing but viral fever, and mostly coughs are caused by viruses. And some of the viruses even cause polio and chickenpox. And diseases like dysentery and malaria are caused by protozoans, whereas typhoid and the tuberculosis are all caused by, they're all bacterial diseases. And now we are going to see about you can now see the pictures of microorganisms. That is, first we can see that spiral bacteria, rod-shaped bacteria. These are the shapes of bacteria, spiral and rod-shaped bacteria. And you have one more spherical bacteria that's known as a coccus, cocci, round in shape. And down also you can see all these are microorganisms: chlamydomonas, spirogyra, algae, amoeba, it is a protozoan, paramecium, irregular in shape. All these are microorganisms. And down we can see the different types of fungus, that is bread mold, penicillin, and aspergillus. These are the different kinds of fungus. They will be having a branched body that is known as a mycelium, on which they bear a number of spores which are known as a conidiospores, through which they multiply. Spores through which they multiply. Now all these are you can see now the pictures of these microorganisms. And this is viral, the structure of the viral. Viruses always will be having the genetic material inside, which will be mostly RNA. And when they enter the host cell, with the help of this RNA, they convert our DNA into all viral particles, viral gene. That is what they are more dangerous. This is the structure of a virus. And okay, I was talking about the microorganism, and we'll see where do microorganisms live. Okay, that you must know. See, they are single-celled. Microorganism mostly unicellular. Single-celled means unicellular. They are single-cellular. Some like bacteria mostly unicellular, and some algae and protozoan. Because you have multicellular also. Some of the algae and fungi, they are multicellular. Most of the bacteria are single-celled, unicellular. Okay, and where do microorganisms live? They survive under all types of environment, right from extremes of temperature, from ice cold and to hot springs, deserts, marshy lands, whatever, they can survive. and they are also found inside the bodies of animals, including humans and plants, all, and they cause a number of diseases. Some microorganisms like amoeba can live alone independently, they can live, while fungi and bacteria, they live in colonies. Microorganisms like they came live alone. Okay, they live alone. Colonies means in groups. Some of the fungi and bacteria live in colonies, and not all the microorganisms they live inside the bodies of animals. Some they live freely also without causing any harm to human beings or plants and animals. They feel live freely. And about microorganisms and us, how we are related to these microorganisms, in what way they are helpful or they are harmful. That is all we will. Today we are going to see only about the beneficial role. Say in what way they are helpful. We see that they produce a number of diseases. Okay, it's very dangerous, and they are helpful in many ways. Friendly microorganisms, that is what beneficial microorganisms will see. First of all, we can make it into points. First of all, they play a significant role in the preparation of curd, bread and cake. And the second one is cleaning the environment, that you know very well. All the waste material, plant waste and human waste, animal dead remains of animals, everything will be broken down into harmless usable substances by bacteria and fungi, both bacteria and fungi. And apart from that, bacteria also play an important role in the preparation of medicines. In agriculture, they're used to increase soil fertility. By the bacteria can fix nitrogen by fixing nitrogen. Okay, one by one we'll see. Making of curd and bread. Curd and bread. Curd contains several microorganisms. Of these, the important bacterium is lactobacillus. This promotes the formation of curd. It multiplies in milk and converts it into curd. You know the inoculum, no? You see in at home and all, mom used to, inoculum of a little bit of curd they will add in the milk, and the next day, overnight, they will keep it. Next early in the morning, we'll be able to see curd. How it happens? That is because of the multiplication of this lactobacillus, and that lactobacillus converts that milk into curd. Bacteria also plays an important role in the making of cheese, pickles, and so many vinegar, like that, so many items. And you know very well, your batter, idli batter, and other things and all, they ferment overnight. You keep the next day, it get fermented. That is also because of the action of bacteria that makes the softening of the batter. That is because of these microorganisms. Then about the yeast, the role of yeast, we'll see it's very very important and plays an important role in the brewing industry. Brewing and yeast reproduces rapidly, and they produce carbon dioxide as they respire. So these carbon dioxide bubbles of the gas fill the dough and increases volume, and this is the basis of the use of yeast in the baking industry for making bread, pastries and cakes. Softening. Okay, they make it very soft, softening the dough because of the carbon dioxide. It reproduces rapidly and they produce carbon dioxide. So this is what, or this is why yeast plays a significant role in the baking industry for making bread, pastries and cakes. If they add it, it softens the items. Commercial use of microorganism. Commercially, how it is used. Commercial use, a large scale production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid. Acetic acid from bacteria, alcohol, wine and all from yeast is used. Yeast is used for the commercial production of alcohol and wine. And what happens here, yeast is grown on natural sugars. Natural sugars is present in the grains like barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juices. So as they grow, they convert these sugar into alcohol. So as the yeast grow in these grains which contains sugar, they naturally convert the sugar into alcohol. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol, that is known as fermentation, that is done by yeast. That is what they play a significant role in the production of alcohol and wine. And this fermentation process was first discovered by Louis Pasteur, a great scientist. He only found out the fermentation process. And medicinal use of microorganisms. Some of the microorganisms like bacteria and fungi, they play a significant role in preparing the preparation of medicine. These medicines kill or stop the growth of the disease-causing microorganisms. Such medicines are known as antibiotics. Number of antibiotics have been produced from bacteria and fungi. All these are the names of antibiotics: streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin. These are some of the famous antibiotics. And penicillin was the first major. It's very effective for penicillin. Is an antibiotic which is very efficient against all bacterial infections. And then we'll see about nowadays, because of this antibiotics, so many diseases are under control. And antibiotics not only for controlling the diseases, they are also even mixed with the feed of livestock, cattle and poultry to check microbial infection in animals, and they are also used to control many plant diseases. Also we use antibiotics, not only control human diseases, even the plant diseases. And now we'll see about vaccine. You know very well, even for this COVID-19, they are just busy with this vaccination process. What is a vaccination? That is the main thing you must know. How does a vaccine work, and what is a vaccination? When a disease carrying microorganism enter our body, first our body produces antibodies to fight the invader or to kill the pathogen. So the body also recognizes how to fight the microorganism when it comes, encounters the body again. So what happens in this vaccination? If a dead or a weakened microorganism are introduced into a healthy body, the body fights and kills them by producing suitable antibodies, and antibodies will be strong enough to kill the pathogen. So antibodies remain in the body. And they will give resistant to the body, and the particular human being or that person are protected from the disease. This is how a vaccination works, or they get protection from the disease causing microorganism, that particular disease. Okay, several diseases including cholera, TB, smallpox and hepatitis and all, it has been now been controlled or prevented by vaccination. And Edward Jenner, he was the first to found out this vaccination, Edward Jenner. And nowadays and all, most of the diseases have come down, very dangerous diseases, pandemic like this and all come down because of these vaccinations. And even for the small babies, right from 3rd month onwards, they've been given vaccination, pulse polio drops. It's given to children. They are actually a vaccine to control polio, which is a viral infection. So nowadays and all, we have a wide range of vaccination which has been given for all these dangerous diseases and has come under control. Increasing, and another beneficial role of bacteria is increasing soil fertility. Some bacteria and blue-green algae or commonly known as cyanobacteria, they are able to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere to enrich soil with nitrogen and increase the soil fertility. These microorganisms which enrich the soil fertility are commonly known as biological nitrogen fixers. They are able to fix atmospheric nitrogen into the soil, which will be beneficial for the plants. Biological nitrogen fixers. Okay, this is one interesting thing about, and we can see a number of this is the nitrogen fixing blue-green nostoc and other things, blue-green cyanobacteria, algae. They can fix atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. And cleaning the environment, that is, very well, first itself I said cleaning the environment. Some of the microorganisms the plant waste, everything will be degraded by the microorganism like bacteria and fungi. The complex substances will be degraded into simpler forms, which again the plants will be using it as a manure. So here also a lot of animal waste, plant waste, human waste, dead remains of animals, everything they fall into the ground, and they will be converted. The complex substances will be converted into or degraded into simpler substances by the microorganism, especially bacteria and fungi, which can be again used. They'll be converted into manure, which will be again used by the plants to enrich the nutrients. And apart from that, you must know certain things cannot be degraded or they cannot be converted into manure. That is polythene. If you dump polythene bags or glasses, bottles, they will not be converted. The microorganisms cannot act on them and cannot convert them into manure. That is how we must not use the non-biodegradable substances which will spoil the soil's texture, and the soil becomes unfit for the growth of the plants. That is what nowadays and all they are insisting on use of biodegradable, so that it can be decomposed by these bacteria and converted into harmless products. Okay, that is very, very important. I think we have almost discussed everything about the beneficial role of the microorganisms, such as cleaning the environment and about vaccination and how it enriches the soil fertility, vaccination and antibiotics, and its role in the alcohol industry, production of alcohol, wine, and in curd and other items. And I'll give you now a few questions which you can find out the answer from the book. Apart from that, you also prepare what are the other kind of names of other microorganisms, and what are the essential same micro whatever given in the textbook. You make like a tabular column, the names of the microorganisms and its essential beneficial role. In what way? The particular bacteria, the name of the bacteria or a fungus or whatever, the beneficial role. You first have a look of these questions which you can take it as a homework. Have a look on these questions, and then you can prepare a tabular column about the beneficial role of certain microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, whatever we discuss now. Its role, one or two points. That's it. Okay, I think now we make a note of this questions and find out the answers. I think I've done with you the beneficial role of microorganisms. Okay, children, thank you so much. Have a good day.